After months of being on hold, parole hearings for inmates in Alabama will pick back up tomorrow.
The hearings were suspended to comply with a new law requiring victims receive a 30-day notice before the hearings. NBC 15's Muriel Bailey joins us now.
Muriel, there is a lot of concern when it comes to these parole hearings.
There is, Greg, and this is a story we have investigated many times before. Violent offenders being released from jail years earlier than their sentences called for, only to commit more crimes. After postponing more than 600 hearings in September, the Alabama Board of Pardons and Paroles will resume hearings tomorrow. However, newly appointed Director Charlie Graddick says parole should not be seen as a right, but as a privilege.
We're charged to protect the public in this state from people reoffending. We've got to look at their risk.
In past NBC 15 News town halls, we've discussed what law enforcement considers Alabama's revolving door for dangerous criminals.
It's getting ridiculous, just plain ridiculous.
Last year in July in Gunnersville, Alabama, investigators say Jimmy Spencer killed a 74-year-old grandmother, her elderly neighbor, and her 7-year-old grandson. It turns out he had just been paroled from prison a few months before.
They considered him nonviolent. They labeled him that way. Someone in the parole board, they won't say who, and so he was misclassified.
Graddick says he cannot influence the board's decision, but he has a piece of advice for them.
Just like I do juries when I was a judge, I'm going to tell them, use your common sense, for God's sakes.
He says from here on out, victims will have their voices heard.
And I can assure you this, if there is a victim in the state of Alabama that wants to appear before that board, they're going to have an opportunity to do so, and they're going to be notified properly.
And they are set to hold 14 hearings tomorrow. Kim?